Hi students, I'm Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing the major points or aspects of software testing objectives. So some of the significant objectives of software testing are as follows. So there are 9 major points. They are to evaluate the work product such as requirement design, user stories and code, etc. Secondly, to verify the fulfillment of all specified requirements. Thirdly, to validate if the test object is complete and work as per the expectation of the user. Fourthly, to build confidence in the quality level of the test object. Fifth point is to prevent defect in the software product. Sixthly, to find defect in the software product. Seventh point is to provide sufficient information to the customer to allow them to make informed decision, especially regarding the level of quality of the test object. And eighth point is to reduce the level of risk of insufficient software quality. And finally, to comply with contractual, legal or regular requirement or standard, and to verify the test object's compliance with such requirements or standards. So when we discuss the first point is to evaluate the work product such as requirement, design, user stories and code. The work product such as requirement document, design and user stories should be verified before the developer picks it up for development. Identifying all ambiguities or contradictions at this stage save considerable development and test time. The static analysis of the code happened before the code integrates is ready for testing. This idea of testing is known as a verification. It is a process of evaluating the product during the development phase of each work product. നോക്കുക, ഈ ഒരു വീഡിയോ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് നോക്കാം. നമ്മളൊരു വീഡിയോ നമ്മളൊന്ന് എടുത്ത് പല സ്റ്റെപ്പുകളായിട്ട് നമുക്കൊന്ന് നോക്കാം. Second point is to verify the fulfillment of specified requirement. So this objective reveals the fact that the essential requirements of testing should be fulfilled as per the customer needs. Tester tests the product and ensure the implementation of all the specified requirements have. The tester should also create a requirement traceability matrix, that is RTM, which will ensure the mapping of all test cases to the requirement. RTM is an effective way to ensure the test cases have got the right requirement coverage. And the third point is to validate if the test object is complete and work as per the expectation of the user and the stakeholders. The testing ensures the implementation of requirements along with the assurance that they work as per the expectation of the user. This idea of testing is called validation. It is a process of checking the product after development. Validation can be manual or automated. It usually employs various type of testing techniques like black box testing, white box testing, etc. And generally the tester performs validation, whereas customer can also validate the product as per user acceptance testing. And fourth point is to build confidence in quality level of the test object. One of the critical objectives of the software testing is to improve the software quality. A high quality software means a lesser number of defects. In other words, the more efficient the testing process is, the fewer errors you will get in the end product, which in turn will increase the overall quality of the test object. Excellent quality contributes to a significant increase in customer satisfaction as well as lowers the maintenance cost. And fifth point is to prevent defect in the software product. One of the objectives of the software testing is to avoid the mistake in the early stage of the development. Early detection of errors significantly reduce the cost and effort. The prevention of defect involves doing a root cause analysis of the defects found previously, and after that, taking specific measures to prevent the occurrence of those type of errors in the future. Efficient testing helps in providing an error-free application. If you prevent a defect, it will result in reducing the overall defect count in the project, which further ensure a high quality product to the customer. So another essential objective of the software testing is to identify all the defects in the product, The main motto of testing is to find a maximum defect in a software product while validating whether the program is working as per user requirement or not. Defects should be identified as early in the test cycle as possible. And the seventh point is to provide sufficient information to the stakeholder to allow them to make informed decision, especially regarding the level of quality of the test object. So the purpose of testing is to provide complete information to the stakeholder about technical or other restriction, risk factors, ambiguous requirements, etc. It can be the form of test coverage, test report covering all details, like what is missing, what is went wrong. The aim is to transparent and make the stakeholder fully understand the issues affecting the quality. And the eighth point is to reduce the level of risk of insufficient software quality. The possibility of loss is also known as a risk. The objective of software testing is to reduce the occurrence of the risk. Each software project is unique and contains a sufficient number of uncertainty from different perspectives such as market launch time, budget, the technology chosen, implementation, or product maintenance. If we do not control these uncertainties, it will impose potential risk not only during the development phase but also during the whole life cycle of the product. So the primary objective of software testing is to integrate the risk management process to identify any risk as soon as possible in the development process. And the final point is to comply with contractual, legal, or regulatory requirement or standards and to verify the test object's compliance with such requirements or standards. This objective ensures the software development for a specific region must follow a legal rule and a regulation of that particular region. Moreover, the software product must be compatible with the nation and international standard of testing. So as we discussed, there are 9 major objectives. They are: first one, to evaluate the work product such as requirement design, user stories, and coding. Secondly, to verify the fulfillment of all specified requirement. Thirdly, to validate if the test object is complete and work as per the expectation of the user. Fourth one, to build confidence in the quality level of the test object. Fifth one, to prevent the defect in the software product. Sixthly, to find the defect in the software product. Seventh one, to provide sufficient information to the customers. And eighth one, to reduce the level of risk of insufficient software quality. And finally, the software should satisfy the legal or a regulatory requirement or standard of a particular region or a country. So my dear students, hope you had understood this topic. So dear students, kindly go through this assignment question. The assignment question is, what are the software testing objectives? Write in detail about each of these objectives. So my dear students, in the upcoming lecture we will discuss the difference between the software testing and debugging. See you soon. Until then, goodbye. Thank you and all the best.